So I just wanted to make a video because I feel really strongly about some stuff. Which this is the thing. Many of you know I married a black man, right? And I'm aware of the issues that black men have in this world. I really am. My husband on a daily basis gets pulled over for being black. Literally no reason, pulling him over. The minute they find out he's on parole, they search his car. Sometimes they pull him over and they just ask him, did you steal this car, sir? What? You know what I mean? Like, I understand that there's people that steal cars or whatever, but you don't go around and start pulling over white guys with new cars or whatnot. My husband works hard, and we don't get to see each other sometimes during the week because I have school and work and he has work at odd hours. But you know, he's working hard for his car, where you have a lot of these privileged people who are not, and that's a whole nother conversation. But the reason why I bring this up is because, you know, I hear people talking about how like others are making it a big deal when a black person gets shot, but you know, we don't make a big deal about it when it's a white person or a Hispanic person. And that's true. You know, a lot of Hispanic people are getting killed. You have a lot of videos out there and articles and whatnot of cops killing Hispanics too. Basically, if you're not white, I feel, my opinion, you have a lot more to worry about when it comes to the cops. And you're literally not doing anything but not being white, but not living in a good neighborhood. You're in danger, in my opinion. Okay, my opinion. I see it all the time. I have a right to feel this way because I see it on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And I keep getting off topic. Okay, so here's the point. I heard people talking about how, you know, making it a big deal. This current thing, I'm not sure how current it is, but the man who got shot in the back by an officer when his car broke down, and they told him to put his hands up and go to the hood of the car or whatever, put his hands on the hood. Now they're saying that he was reaching down into his car window when the car window was shut, and you even see blood on the window. I just hear people talking about that, right? And I don't have children, but what do you know? If you're not black, you're not Hispanic, you're not any other race other than white, how would you know possibly what we go through? Really, what would you know? Because when I have children, especially a son, I'm gonna have to raise him and teach him how to put his hands on the dashboard with his license and registration, where the officer can reach and see and grab it himself, and tell my son that he needs to keep his hands visible, do not make any sudden movements, listen to what the officer says at that time. If he disrespects, treats you on any kind of way, but harms you in any kind of way, you report it later. Because I feel like if you step up to a cop, you step up to anybody with a gun or someone that's power hungry like our officers today, not all of them, but most of them, you're gonna lose your life. Now, I go through this all the time with my husband, because my husband is always like, F the police, F that, whatever. And with good reason, because he's had his encounters with cops when he's not doing nothing. Really, he's not doing nothing but coming home tired from work, hungry, ready to shower, and he gets stopped and has to deal with them for 10 to 30 to an hour dealing with them. So what do you know about what anybody who's not white goes through? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Because I'm not white. I'm Mexican. Yeah, I know I don't look like it, but I'm Mexican. And because I look white and I have a black husband, I already then and there get issues. Oh, you shouldn't have married a black man. Do I tell you who you should and shouldn't marry? Do I tell you who you should and shouldn't love? No, don't tell me who I should and shouldn't love. I have been in love with Daniel Jimson since I was 13 years old. A lot of people can't say that about their husband. And that's not the point. The point is not, oh, you should stay in your race and you have less issues. Even if I married a Mexican man, I would still be having these issues because I'm not white. I will never be white. I'm never trying to be white. I can't stand how people are like, we making big deals about this. And then you have people who are saying, oh, he was on PCP. He had PCP in his car. So that gives a right for a cop to shoot you in your back? Come on, bruh. That's not no reason to shoot anybody. I don't care what someone you think they did. If you caught them and they're cooperating, they got their hands up, there's no way in any kind of form that you should feel in danger, but you still shoot a man. And then in the back, there should be some justice. There should be so much justice for those cops. And talking about there's going to be an investigation. How much investigating do you need to do when you got a video, bruh? I don't understand that. I really don't. Because if there's a video and the man is cooperating, he got his hands up, he's walking towards the hood of the car, okay, and you shoot him, where's your justification? There ain't none. And I understand there needs to be an investigation. You need to hear everybody's story or whatever. But really, our government needs to stop tying down on us, the us that are trying to make a living, live right, be with the Lord, go to school. You know what I'm saying? Leave us alone and go deal with your cops. Go deal with your authority figures that are supposed to be protecting us from the psychos or whatnot. Go do your job. Leave us alone. I have a friend, he's never been in jail. He's never done anything criminal like Daniel has. And I can understand, you know, he's on parole, whatever. You might have some suspicions. And I still don't agree with the way you treat my husband, sure. But I'm saying compared to my husband and this friend who doesn't have a record, never been in trouble, never done drugs, and he's in church, he does ministry, you know, not saying he's perfect, but he's still been pulled out of his car, still been disrespected, still been treated in an unnecessary manner because he's black. So don't sit there and come at me about that either, about my husband being on parole and having a history. No, because my husband has been on parole for a few years now, couple years, whatever, and he has not been in trouble with the law once. Not once. But he's gotten a ticket for loud music during the day, not in a residential area. But because he had his music up in his car and a cop told him to put it down and Daniel said, no, I'm not breaking any laws, gave him a ticket for disturbing the peace or some crap. And you got stuff like that going on, and that's why you got people hating the cops, not trusting the cops, not calling the cops when we need the cops. When we need someone to step in and handle a situation that doesn't necessarily mean shooting people, but handling a situation like in my neighborhood or something's going down, we call the cops so they can control that situation. We don't call them. For what? Half the time, no, 90% of the time, they don't even show up. Come on. And then when you do, you're questioning the people that call the cops like they're the criminals. When this person just tried to come up in our apartment, he just tried to break into my house. But you're questioning me like I'm crazy? Like I'm the criminal? Why aren't you out there looking for the dude? It's just you and your partner that came? Someone tried to break into my house and it's just you and your partner? But yet my husband is sitting on my car waiting for me to come out of work, and someone calls the cops on him and you surround him with 3 cop cars and 6 officers? For real? Come on, man. Don't sit here and tell me that we're acting crazy, that we're overthinking little situations, that we're doing too much. Get out of here with that, because that's not the truth. In certain situations, in certain cases, I might agree with you, but when it comes to the cops and how they're responding to black men especially, I'm not with you on that. That's just keeping it real. I'm not. And I don't see how you guys don't see it. You know, for you out there that believe that, you know, it's just being glorified on the internet. Because let me tell you something. This has been going on way before our little high-techy phones have been around. Or else you would have caught a lot more back in the day too. Come on, man. I'm not tripping out about this. I'm not. And I usually don't speak out about stuff like that. I usually don't get angry. But I'm a little bothered by people excusing this as I said, I don't believe it's old news. I believe it is fairly recent, about this man who got killed by his broke down car or whatnot. I don't, even if he was on drugs, even if he had drugs in his car, really? It's okay to shoot someone? Now, there is a glorified situation that's not okay. Which is I wish I remembered names, but there's this one on the news actually